Hey guys, and welcome back to Shinobi Striker and a brand new series, possibly, maybe, I don't know how this is gonna go. This is episode 1 of Stories from My Life. So last week I did a poll asking you guys if you'd be interested in kind of like, laid back, chill commentaries like people used to make back in the day when everyone used to play like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. You know, people that used to make like 10-minute videos and do commentary and just talk about pretty much whatever they want. That's kind of what I'm thinking of doing, bringing some old school elements of the past into this now modern age, because I feel like no one ever does videos like that anymore. So yeah, let's keep it old school and go back in the past about 10 years or so. So essentially this series is going to be kind of like a talk series where I'm just going to share experiences from my life, possibly even some funny stories as well. Maybe you get a little bit of a laugh here and there, and maybe even with this one. So yeah, with the title of this video, yeah, I got kicked out of church. This is a funny one. This is probably going back like over 10 years ago now, so definitely over 10 years that this happened. So myself being Catholic, you go through kind of two stages. You have your communion and you have like confirmation, and these are kind of like special events within being Catholic and all, and you go to the church. It's a pretty big thing. You have family that comes as well, and just a lot of random people as well, because there's a lot of kids usually all at the one time getting these done at the confirmation, communions or whatever. So I think I was at my Holy Communion. So I don't know, maybe about 7, 10-ish, around that age group. And so weeks before you actually have your communion, you go into like a practice. Well, that's how they do it here in Australia. I'm assuming this is just a worldwide thing. This is how it goes. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure, okay? When it comes to church stuff, I'm not really the best person for this, but anyways, yeah. Okay, so let's just get on with the story. So, yeah, weeks before you have your Holy Communion, you go into church to pretty much practice for the big day. Okay, so you go into the church a few times a week, maybe twice a week, for maybe a month or two, just to practice and get an idea of how everything goes. And because we are so young, they want everything to be perfect on the actual day, so no mistakes happen. But yeah, in my case, a huge mistake happened. So during the whole practice and stuff, that was fine, all good, never had any problems at all. They took us through the different things that we could possibly be doing on the day, depending on what the priest actually asks you to do, because usually they are asking the kids to be involved in some way. So that's fine. So on the actual day of my communion, there's a lot of people in the church. So imagine a church full of like 100 to 150 people, as well as pretty much my whole entire family, which is a lot of people, like 20 people. And so on the day of the communion, I was chosen to walk down the aisle with the holy bread. Now, that is a very big role, and they decided to give it to me, which to this day I cannot work out why, but hey, they gave me that. So me and another kid were selected to do this. The other kid was walking down with wine, and I was walking down with a pretty like large bowl with this holy bread. And we're kind of like looking at each other, and we're trying to work out, what do we actually need to do when we reach where the priest is, which is all the way on the other side of the church, so down the aisle. So maybe about like 50 steps to get there. So we just we didn't wing it. We had some idea. We just said, yeah, we'll just walk down slowly where everyone's looking at us. People are taking photos. There's family members taking photos. So it's pretty big, like family want to get good photos of you while you're doing something so important. So anyways, me and this kid are walking down the aisle. Everything is fine, all good. People smiling, taking photos. We get down to the aisle and we have to bow. And, you know, bowing is pretty easy. Anyone can do it. But for some reason, when I bowed with my whole entire body and my arms. And yeah, because I was holding the holy bread in the bowl, pretty much the whole entire thing fell onto the floor. Yep, that is right. I dropped the whole entire holy sacred bread of the church onto the floor. Now, obviously, it wasn't on purpose, but it was a pretty big deal because everyone in the front of the church, the first two aisles, were pretty old and they must go to church pretty often, and they were extremely shocked. You should have seen the look on their faces. They've never seen anything like this ever happen. And I just turned around to, look for my family because, I'm like 7 years old and I'm very scared, and everyone just kind of slowly disappeared into the back. And yeah, that's what happened. And yeah, I didn't really get kicked out, but it was it was a pretty big deal, and I can't say the priest was impressed at all. So yeah, that was a great day for me, and that's how that went.